Hi, Awesomes. How's it going? Hope that you had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend and ready to. We got 2 weeks left in the semester, and then I've added the finals week for some final projects for you to turn in to give you some extra time as we kind of took a moment to kind of relax a little bit over the Thanksgiving weekend. I hope that you were able to do so. Speaking of Project 4, I provided feedback on all of the drafts, so you should have the feedback there. If you have any questions about those, please let me know. Recall that Project 4 is due, the final draft will be due this Sunday, December 4th. And then from there, next week, we will put up our Project 3B rough, quote-unquote, rough presentations. And then over the next 2 weeks or so, we'll start drafting and thinking about Project 5, which we're going to talk about that today. So we'll review those here at the end, but let's take a look. Let's just go through this week real quick. I'm going to minimize down here. All right, so you're watching the video right now, so you got that going. And it says here, begin reviewing your previous assignments and writing your reflective letter. We'll talk about that in a second, and continue working on your Project 3B multimodal presentation for next week's peer review. All right, so that's coming up next week. So you've got kind of 2 or 3 things to work on this week. Your primary focus will be revising Project 4 based on the feedback and some of the information that I gave you in the comments of your rough drafts that I looked at over the weekend. So please start doing that as your primary focus, as that is the biggie, so to speak, right? I think it's worth like 25% of your grade. So if you have any questions or any concerns about any of the feedback, or you can't decipher something that I've said, or feel that you need additional clarity in anything on that project, just let me know, and I'll be happy to create a dialogue with you either via email, or I'm happy to meet with you as well anytime on campus this week, so just let me know. All right, so that's kind of what's happening this week. Another thing that it wants us to do this week is to think about Project 5. So we're going to start thinking about that this week. So the Project 5 reflective letter is a letter that asks you to reflect on the work and things that you've completed this semester. And the best way we want to do that is not only to frame it around these 4 things here, right? Prior to this class, what did you know about writing and research? What do you want to learn? What did you actually learn? And what changed this semester? That's going to kind of be how we're going to frame and focus about these things. But more importantly, down here in the assignment prompt, I do want to bring your attention to number 1. So make direct reference to at least 2 of the projects you wrote this semester. So one of which must be the formal research proposal, which is Project 4, right? So you'll need to make sure that you use that as one of your sources to support how you feel that you've improved, things that you have done or changed, things that you've learned this semester. And then number 2, have a clear goal for the reflection. And what makes this one possible in this particular reflection is to think about how you might frame this, not necessarily in an argument way, but you're going to make an argument in a sense that based on these 4 things up here, that prior to this class you had a certain idea, either maybe it's about discourse communities or genre analysis or how to write for your discourse community, or you didn't. And then perhaps you segued through a series of processes that we went through from paper to paper that helped you focus, or helped you come to a realization, or helped you to revise, or to improve, or what you, as this here says, what did I actually learn? And then even in your practices, what changed? So you want to really kind of make sure that you keep these 4 things in mind up here, while also keeping these 3 things right here. You need to make direct reference to at least 2 of the projects. One has to be the formal research project. Have a clear goal for the reflection. What do you feel has changed? In other words, kind of have this clear focus right in this paper. And then here it says workshop your papers with your peers. Think about multiple revision strategies, etc. I'm not sure if I'll put something up formally. If you guys want to do that, if you're interested in doing that, I'll leave that up to you. I'll wait to hear any comments from you guys. So that's the basics for this particular paper. This does not have a particular length on it, but I would note that a good strong reflection I would think be no fewer than at least three double-spaced pages of actual writing, not including a title page or an abstract if you're doing APA. So think about those things for that project there. All right, so let's go back to weekly tasks and assignments, since we're also thinking about right now project 3B, which we're going to workshop next week. So we might want to think about project 3B from the standpoint of this has been largely framed in this 5-minute Ignite presentation, which you see right here, right? Okay, and you can watch that video on YouTube, and you're more than welcome to do a 5-minute Ignite presentation. Students find those very, very enjoyable and very, very fun. I also find that students, some are more familiar with, they'll want to learn maybe a new program. You're already familiar with PowerPoint or Prezi, and maybe some of you already have screen capturing video capabilities, kind of like what I'm using here. I'm using Screencast-O-Matic. So anything that you want to put together that's a video that can record some audio and some visuals, right, so that you can visually represent your topic. And basically what you want to do is you want to use Project 4. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take your Project 4 and just basically kind of turn it into a video. And demonstrate what how you started, what you found, what kind of things that you are proposing, how that proposal is going to add to the literature, whatever the gap was, excuse me, whatever gap that you found in the literature that you think was interesting, those kind of things. Basically just take the framework of your Project 4, like have an introduction, key literature review. You would obviously then have some of your, obviously how you're going to set up your research or your study, right, for your methods section, and then basically have a discussion, and then end with your how you feel that that's adding to the literature or adding to or filling some gap, and then kind of maybe make some statement about how you would want to see this done in the future, something along those lines, and maybe discuss limitations if you wanted to. So I've kind of complicated Project 3B a little bit, but in essence I'm actually trying to make it easier. Instead of putting the cart before the horse, I'm kind of making this the last thing that we're going to do. So what I really want you to do is basically just take your Project 4, make it into a multimodal presentation of anywhere from no more than 5 minutes, and we'll workshop those next week. If you have any questions about that, just let me know. Alright, so that's Projects 3B and Project 5, which we're starting on. Again, your focus this week is on Project 4, as it is due this Sunday. Next weekend, let me go back to the big screen here. Next weekend we will workshop Project 3B. It's not due, but we will workshop Project 3B. All right, and then Projects 5 and 3B both will be due Sunday, 18 December, and I'll put these in several announcements, and we'll keep reminding you as we go forward. All right, so let's review real fast. Number 1, Project 4. Final paper due this Sunday, December 4th. Next week, I would recommend if you can start now. Next week then you will put together a multimodal presentation from Project 4, basically in a visualization presentation format, okay, to have done by next Friday, all right, which is I believe the 9th of December. All right, we'll post all those, and then we'll do the peer review feedback. I will look at those and provide you with some feedback as well. Then from there, for those final projects, that final project won't be due for the following week, which is the 18th of December. Projects 3B and 5 final papers will be due, or final presentation and final paper will be due Sunday, December 18th. And that takes us to the close of our class. All right. I think that about does it. Hope you guys are having a great Monday, back into the swing of things. I know we're all excited and ready now that we've had a taste of a break. We're now ready for the big Christmas break. I know I am. All right. But I'm here and available for you guys. If there's anything that I can do for you, please do not hesitate to let me know. And happy revising. Let me know if there's anything else I can do. I'm happy to get together with you. And I will talk to you later this week. See you later. Bye.